Stop recording button. Double tap to activate.
It's Finish It Friday. I'm stitching it my way. Just wanna be sitting with needles and knitting. Hello, hello, my yarn lovers, my crafty and creative people. Come on in. It is time for Finish It Friday. Yeah, you know what that is in the crafting community. That's just show and tell, right? I show you my projects, and because I am visually impaired and I want to make my videos accessible to everybody, including other people who are visually impaired, I do use my words and try to describe my projects. So if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for choosing to come back and hang out and spend a little bit of your day with me. And thank you for your patience while I briefly introduce myself to anybody who might be new. Hi, my name's May. I love yarn, I love knitting and crochet. Those are my hobbies. And yes, I am visually impaired. I knit and crochet by feel. Okay. Well, so you get your beverage, you get your craft, or whatever it is that you do while we hang out, and say hello in the comment section. Say, hey, I'm down in Florida and I'm knitting some socks. Or say, you know what, I'm actually just dusting my house. I'm going for a walk. Whatever. Alrighty, well, today's Finish It Friday project is crocheted. It is in the Premier Home Cotton. It is in the colors cranberry and white. Look at this. Those colors are so beautiful together. Oh my goodness. I just love this. So I did not design this myself. This is from a YouTube tutorial by Crystal from Bag O Day. I'm going to do my best to find it back, to search for it, link it up in the description box so you too can make one of these in any color, any yarn that you want. I did use the cotton and polyester. I think that's great for kitchen cotton. I did one in the cranberry and white. I think it's going to be beautiful for the holidays. Now, this is called the placemat. On her channel, this is a placemat. And I think it would make a beautiful placemat, but I do have a fairly small dining room table. It's just, it's crowded with 4 people at it. It's just a small little circle. And, when my family is here, my mom and my dad, it's pretty crowded. So, 4 of these would really take up a lot of room on the table. If you have a big table, I would say definitely make a whole set of these. Make 6, make 8, whatever. They would be beautiful. These would be gorgeous for a Christmas party, a Christmas dinner party with your kids and your grandkids and your in-laws, whatever, however many people. But of course, you don't just have to make these for the holidays. You can make them in whatever colors you want, whatever colors your kitchen is. If your kitchen is blue and green, make yours in blue and green, right? So you do you when it comes to color. Now, because my table is so small, I'm just going to use this. Mine is big enough on my table. I'm just going to use it for like a centerpiece, right? For like a doily. I think this is going to make a beautiful, beautiful holiday doily. I'm just going to lay it down right in the middle of my table and put my little, my little artificial Christmas poinsettias on top of there or something. And it's going to be beautiful. So I'm good with that. I'm not going to try to crank out 3 more at the moment for my family. But anyways, I love this project. If you crochet at all on the YouTube, I'm sure you know who Crystal is. She does a great job with this tutorial, right? I mean, she described it well enough that even I could follow it. So that's pretty good. When people can use their words to where I can follow it, it's a pretty good tutorial because I don't have enough eyesight to see what's happening on the screen. So I can just tell you that if you are visually impaired, if you have the basics of crochet down, of making a magic ring, and she walks you through the way that she uses in the middle, how to do some double crochets, I think this is a doable project. Now, this project did challenge me. It has 12 points on it. If you're blind or visually impaired, it is circular and it's divided into like 12 segments. That's what you got. You got like the pie, right? And you got 12 pieces of pie. So you're going to have 12 of these shells, and then each of the 12 shells has 8 picos. So we got to do some math in there. That's something like 96 picos. Yeah, that's a lot of picos. Let me tell you something. Picos are not my strength. I'm not real good at picos. So this thing definitely challenged me. I really had the opportunity to practice my picos. So if you're looking for a beautiful project where you can practice picos, this is a really good one for you. 96 picos. And I do get kind of frustrated with picos. I'm not going to lie. It took me a long time. Many of these picos, I did them. I ripped them out. I redid them over and over and over. Okay. One thing I learned, if you don't know yet, I am fairly new to crochet. I've been knitting for like 16 years, but I've been crocheting for less than a year. And so I do design a lot of my own knit projects. I love to design clothes and cardies and dresses and tops and skirts and stuff. I love to design when it comes to knitwear. And so I love to add crochet on to my knit projects. And I want very much to design things in crochet, but I've only designed a few things, and part of it is because I don't yet know that many crochet stitches, right? And so that's one of the things. As much as I want to make my own patterns, as much as I want to design my own stuff, I really have to tell myself, slow down and make other people's projects so that I can learn the crochet stitches, right? So that was definitely a cool thing about making this pattern, is that in between your shells, right, you got your shells, your 12 shells, and then in between the points there's this little dip, and there's these two like elongated stitches, and those are called dropped front post triple crochets. Let me tell you, this was my very, very, very first project to work dropped front post triple crochets. So I am glad I did it, because now I can say I got a new stitch in my stitch repertoire, and I am excited about that. I'm telling myself all the time, challenge yourself to work new crochet stitches, right? You gotta learn your basics. You gotta get a good foundation of learning the stitches. So if you're looking for a absolutely beautiful project to practice picots, to learn the dropped triple front post crochet stitch, I would highly recommend this. And also, if you've never done that stitch before, but you really like this, placemat or doily or centerpiece or whatever you want to call it, I would say do it. It did challenge me. The border on this challenged me, but it's only a couple of rows, right? The majority of the project is double crochets and chains, right? It's double crochets and chains. And then it's just these little bits of the white where you got to do the dropped front post triples and then the picots. And so if you're looking for projects to learn new skills, to challenge your skills, to add to your stitch repertoire, I would highly, highly recommend this project. It was well worth it for me to take on that challenge. That's always something I want to do. I don't want to get stagnant in life, no matter what it is in life, right? Whether it's my exercising or my learning, whatever. I don't like to I do like repetitive patterns because I'm visually impaired. I definitely like patterns that I can memorize, right? And just go and listen to podcasts and audiobooks and do my thing. But at the same time, I don't want to get stagnant. I do still want to keep learning, but I want to take what I'm learning and commit it to memory, so I don't have to try and go back and rewatch a video while I'm listening to a podcast, or I don't have to go back and try to read a pattern, right, when I can't see it. So I definitely like things that I can memorize, but I still want to have those stitches in the memory bank, in the brain, so that when I am trying to design something, right, a skirt or a dress or a top or something in the future, I can be like, ooh, what would that look like if I put a drop front post triple crochet in there, right? I mean, that's cool. So I definitely want to encourage you, whether you're like me and you've been crocheting for less than a year or you've been crocheting for several years. I hope that I can encourage you to try different stitches, try new things, and hopefully then that can sort of spark your own imagination and creativity so that you can start incorporating those stitches, right? Store them up in the back of your mind, and then when you start trying to design things, you can think about that and see how you can make different shapes. That's one of the reasons why I got into crochet as opposed to just knitting. As much as I love knitting, right, I knew crochet was much more flexible, and I knew that it had so much more potential for doing trims, for doing edging like this. And so it was like, okay, if I learn how to do stuff like this, then I can put edging like this on all kinds of different projects. So that's just one of the reasons why I picked up crochet, is because I knew that it had much more flexibility. I knew you could do so much more with edgings and trims and borders and shaping, right, than you can with knitting. So anyways, that's the finish it project for today. Let me know. Have you made this project before? Have you done this little placemat from Crystal? Are you using it for a placemat? What yarn did you use? What colors did you make yours? And she did hers in red and gold, I believe, and it was beautiful. But I just wanted to do all of mine in that Premier Home cotton because I really am trying to sort of practice, get my hands on that yarn, get a feel for it. I'm glad I did. And that way also the whole project is made in the same fiber. For me, that's just easier for washing, right? This is a cotton and polyester. It'll be just easy to throw in the washer. I won't have to worry about, oh, is the gold trim something that can go in the washer or not. Just simplifies my life. But let me know if you've made it. Let me know if you've ever done drop, front post, triple crochets or not. And do you like picots? I mean, come on, they're beautiful. Picots are beautiful. But boy, are they a pain. Not gonna lie. They challenge me. So anyways, all right. Well, I hope you all are doing well. I hope that we're going into Friday. So it's the weekend. You can let me know what you're doing this weekend. What are your plans? Do you got plans? Is it just like sleeping and laundry and, catching up on the stitching? Are you going somewhere? It's getting to be almost summertime now. So are you, planning some, like, are you going to graduation parties for the kids? Are you planning a vacation? Let me know in the comment section. Alrighty, and you know what I like to say, creativity is for everybody, whether you see or you see like me, which is not so much, not in color, not in the day, or you don't see at all. Creativity is for you. And whether it's knitting or crocheting or sewing or quilting or beading or sculpting or painting or whatever it is that you do. Today is a great day to craft and create. Bye-bye for now. And if you stay till the end, I'm going to remember to turn on the overhead light so you can actually see this project with a little more light because, hey, I know sighted people actually like to see stuff. And yes, I can accommodate you. So hang on. Let me put you on pause. Let me take you off the tripod, turn on the light, and you can see the project.
Pause.
Okay, here it is in the cranberry and the white. This is a placemat. They are gorgeous placemats. They're just it'd just be a little bit big and crowded on my little tiny table to make 4 of these for my family. But I do love them, and I'm not going to lie. I am tempted to make a few more because they would really make a table look festive. But I think for now, it's just going to be a centerpiece. Alrighty, my friends. Well, thank you so much for listening. Until next time, happy stitching!
Pause.